Ladies and gentlemen, your third bout of the evening is scheduled for the lightweight division, and it is sponsored by JW Construction. Let's bring to the cage to fight out of the blue corner, Fabian Tapia Villa.
All right, we got Fabian Tapia Villa making his way to the cage. 0-2, 25 years old, 5'8", fighter out of Michigan making his way down here.
Yeah, you know, and looking at his past, just over 5 months. This is his third fight. You know, it's he's obviously not scared off of the 2 losses. You know, so it's going to be hard to know what to expect from him. You know, he obviously wants to fight. So it's going to be interesting to see what the guy from the state up north is bringing here to Ohio.
I got an opportunity to talk with him a little bit earlier when we did his interview, and real humble individual, real humble fighter, competitor all around. Seems like a really good dude, had a lot of good stuff to say. I'm just really curious how he's going to handle the ground attack that we could quite possibly see from his opponent, being the wrestler, the collegiate wrestler that he is, in Jacob Brown.
And, you know, experience could play a factor here too. Doesn't, you know, a lot of people don't think it means that much, you know, especially as an 0-2 fighter, but it does. It will definitely matter, and we could see that here. And, you know, coming from Michigan, you know, we haven't said this yet, but this setup here at Honor, damn. Like, the lights and everything they have, like, this is some next level production.
Jacob Brown making his way to the cage, fighting out of Griffin Row. You can see Jason Dent down there getting ready to put some Vaseline on the face.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's some of these gyms, you know, we're really familiar with, getting some new blood in here again. You know, Brown is, you know, obviously with his background is going to be an extremely good wrestler, and I would look for the wrestling in this fight, especially, you know, if he gets cracked a couple times, you know, just putting anyone that's across from him on his back. That's most likely going to be the game plan. Jason Dent's really smart with coming up with, you know, strategies, but, you know, worst comes to worst, that's probably going to be his go-to.
27 years old, 5'5". I don't think height's going to make any bit of difference going into this fight. I think that if Brown can get him to the ground and pose his will, he shouldn't have a problem with Fabian here.
Yeah, and I would agree with that, but like I said, you never know how the experience factor could play its hand.
Gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Thank you, Iona. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He has only 2 losses on his record, and he fights out of the Mass Gym. He weighed in at 146 1/2 pounds from Taylor, Michigan, Fabian Tapia Villa. And fighting out of the red corner, he is making his mixed martial arts debut. He trains at the Griffin Raw Combat Sports, and he weighed in at 146 pounds from Jefferson, Ohio, Jacob Brown. Let's lock the game.
Round one getting ready to start here.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see who sets the pace here.
And it looks like Fabian, right off the get-go, 2 leg kicks followed by a right hand.
Yeah, he's mixing it up right off the bat. You know, short punches, leg kicks. You know, wrestlers, just like boxers, sometimes are heavy on that front leg. Maybe that's his game plan here.
Yeah, it looks like Jacob, I mean, it might be too early to tell into the fight, but it looks like right now he's having an issue closing the gap and getting inside of Fabian's comfort zone here to land some punches of his own.
Yeah, Brown is kind of like just marching forwards, not a lot of head movement. So we'll see if he's feeling him out or if he's just literally looking for that one shot and takedown. But, you know, Vila's moving really well right now. You know, framing him with that jab, getting his distance. And Brown just kind of, you know, staying right in front of him. Which happens, you know, to a lot of wrestlers. He's even waving him on.
Yeah, Fabian's starting to taunt Brown now. Definitely keeping him at a distance with that jab. And it's got to be frustrating for a fighter like Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, this could be just, you know, trying to figure out what he wants to do right now. He's not able to, you know, slip and get past that reach. Decent leg kick right there. Chapparells just took one in return. So it's kind of, you know, I don't want to say he's outclassed, but striking-wise, he just doesn't seem to be there yet.
Yeah, I don't like Jacob throwing kicks. I mean, he's got short legs. I know I'm a short guy myself, and personally, I can't stand throwing leg kicks. You're always going to land a majority of those kicks on your foot, and you're going to more liable to injure your ankle and the top of your foot.
Yeah, and he's obviously taken a lot of kicks. You can see the red on his leg already.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to come with that. And good counter punches by Fabian as Jacob presses him up against the cage.
This is what he wants to do right now. Doesn't have deep punches, but yeah, Fabian's, you know, fighting his takedown really well. So he gets her hips low and just kind of feeling for what the other person's going to do for that second move. Good thigh to needed the inner thigh. Dangerous strike. But almost had him up.
Good knee to the body by Brown. About 10 seconds or so left in round number 1. And so far, unless Jacob can do something significant here, I'm going to have to give this round to Fabian.
Yeah, he controlled it. You know, he's busy and he landed it. It's pretty obvious that first round.
And as we get about to start round number 2 here, what would you change if you were the coach of Brown? What would you have him do differently in round number 2?
First, he's got to keep his head off center. Like he's literally just sitting there as a target for Fabian, just to throw right down the middle and hit every punch he throws. You know, even if you put your hands up, your hands are getting hit right into you.
That was a good leg kick by Brown there, flush on the thigh.
Yeah, let's see. Look, if you watch, he has no head movement. He's not even changing the level. If he struggles with head movement, use his wrestling right like that. He just got his head snap back with that right hand. But you know, change your level. You got to make him move to what you want to do, not just stand in front of him.
Good inside leg kick by Fabian, and he's just taunting him the whole time. This has got to be really frustrating for Jacob right now.
He just doesn't have an answer or a counter for, you know, Fabian's first on every exchange. You know, just covering. You know, unless he's hoping to wear him out and grind him in the third round if he gets there.
And right there, Brown went for a takedown. Fabian quickly sprawled, spun out, and then followed up with a good flurry of punches.
You can tell he's setting him up. He just framing with that jab, a couple feints. He's setting up for that long two.
But he's got the distance now. Fabian has Brown's distance, so he's utilizing that jab very, very well, and he's setting up the right hand perfectly. He's also setting up the right hand with those leg kicks, the inside leg kicks as well.
Every time he lands that kick, Brown's hands drop a little bit. Like right now, they're a little low. Brown's
He's
trying to lunging for a punch to get something. You know, Fabian looks good here. He's having fun. You know, his footwork is there, but he's also not getting hit. You know, other than a couple of leg kicks, he's pretty clean so far.
About 60 seconds left in round number 1. Ooh. He tried to rush in there and ate a right hand for his trouble.
That drop step. Oh, just almost put him right into the cage.
He just stuck his tongue out at him.
Yeah, see, I expected Brown to try to wrestle more, go for more takedowns, you know, shoot for that power double, which he looks like he'd have one. But he's just kind of getting picked apart. You know, his hands are moving, his head isn't. Like, you know, when a lot of times they say take your head off center, so you're not right in front. If you watch his hands, they're going side to side a little bit, but his head is going from literally standing up straight to straight leaning over. There's no defensive movement.
And I think that's just inexperience.
Absolutely.
And him being a wrestler and making the transition over to mixed martial arts too could have a big.
But granted, he doesn't look like he's hurt by any of these punches either.
Moving into round number 3 now. Fabian putting his hands up, talking smack to Brown across the cage, and let's go. Round 3. And not much of a change so far in Brown. Fabian still landing the inside leg kicks.
Good front kick. That wasn't too bad. He just needs to be a lot more active. You know, Brown's got to throw more punches to even set up a takedown because he's going to have to finish this fight to get this win.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think Fabian has taken both rounds so far. Oh, he thought about it. You saw that leg.
Yep.
That spinning back fist by Jacob, probably want to leave those alone. He doesn't have the distance right now.
Yeah, he's going for the fancy strikes because nothing else is working. So he's trying to pull something out. That front leg is pretty pink.
Yeah, you can clearly see it here. You can see the inside leg kicks that he's taking. I'm sure the outside, if we were to get an angle on it, would be just as red.
Fabian's just in there having a good time. Like you can tell he doesn't feel in any kind of danger. Brown hasn't been able to get close enough to really do anything. You know, like we said before this fight, he might be 0-2, but 3 fights in just over 5 months, you can tell he's training and there's some experience in there. It doesn't look like an 0-2 fighter.
Yeah, consistency is definitely on Fabian's side here. What surprised me though with the level of wrestling that Brown has, he's only attempted 2 takedowns. That was a decent Superman punch, but he's got to do more with it. I would have liked to see him level change after that and drive him up against the cage and attempt maybe a high crotch takedown. But the only 2 takedown attempts so far, where you can see the corner of Brown waving him in, trying to get him closer, trying to press him up against the cage, trying to get inside his bubble. That's what Brown needs to do right now. He needs to take that distance away from Fabian, and he needs to close that gap. He needs to take away this control.
He just doesn't have an answer for the reach. If you throw like an overhand right and then, you know, scoop that leg up on a level change, that could work for him. But with just under 40 seconds left, you know, he's getting a little bit tired, probably from eating leg kicks. You know, the right side of his face is a little red from eating jabs.
I mean, look at his right ankle. His right ankle is red and pink from throwing his own set of leg kicks, which is what I was talking about earlier in round 1, where his height and his leg reach isn't good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look at Fabian's leg.
Fabian's taking a couple hard leg kicks too, but I think he took one on the knee.
And that's where that red's coming from. That's why I don't like
right hand.
short guys.
Just missed with a really good right hand. Just a little too loud, a little too late. Snap back.
Really round of applause. 2 guys fighting it out for you, the fans. All 3 judges find it for the winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Fabian Tapia.
Fabian. That was a good display of striking. That was a good win. You got your win in the octagon. How does it feel?
It feels good. It's my first win. I'm totally satisfied because I got 2 losses, but train hard, work hard, never give up, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Keep moving.
Come out of a great camp of grapplers and stuff. And striking is something you worked on, obviously.
Yes, it is. We worked on a lot. We know he was a wrestler. We also worked on it a lot more, but we got this.
That's your winner, Fabian. Good job.